What a fantastic and excellent event it was in Naivasha last year when it was making a return after 20 years of waiting, because the last time it had taken place in Kenyan soil was in 2002 when the likes of Abdul Sidi, who is joining me in studio this particular afternoon, were navigating alongside the likes of Patrick Njiru and the late Jonathan Toroitich. Now it's happening in Kenya until 2026. After extension, the government of Kenya lobbied for its extension and WRC obliged. Good to speak about what's coming this particular month from 23rd to 26th with a renowned navigator, a man who did his job well during his time. Good to see you, Abdul. How are you doing?
Very well, thanks. Thank you to KBC and thank you to you guys for promoting the sport I have loved and I love.
And considering what we've just watched, the highlights of what transpired last year, Sebastian Ogier racing in Toyota Gazoo, winning the championship. Did you enjoy the proceedings last year? Because you were there physically, unlike some of us who are watching on TV.
Yeah, but I didn't go to watch physically because of the restrictions, the COVID. We were just stationed in the HQ, and I enjoyed it. To be honest, I have not been to watch a rally for a long time. I've sort of lost interest, but I am here. I'm promoting the event. I've got my own. I do my own lessons. I promote young upcoming drivers, and I enjoy doing that. And I teach in Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, Rwanda, and Burundi. I'm the only guy who does this thing, and I do it for free of charge. That's my fun.
Why did the interest vanish at some point? Where did it go? And are you looking forward to reviving it now that it's coming again on Kenyan soil this month?
Well, safari is something I really love. I don't say that I hate the event, but it's only that I have lost the interest of going to watch in action. I did 18 safari rallies. I finished 15 of them, and the safari rally that time was 5,800 kilometers, 6 days. The longest stage was 250 kilometers. As a navigator, you're reading instructions every 30, 40, 50 meters when the car is doing 200 kph. There is no point away at any stage. It says, no, it's here. No, it's here. Stop, go back. No. It has to be fluent, it has to be clean, and you have to do well. And I'm happy. I navigated the best drivers, Patrick Njiru as a runner in Kenya, the 7 times African champion from Zambia in Uganda Rally, the world Group N champion from Belgium in the Safari Rally. Nobody taught me, but I did it.
So as a navigator, you are like a co-driver and you form an integral part of success of the main driver, competing for the overall award. How do you approach it as a navigator? What should be the secret?
As a navigator, you're the eye and the brain of the team. You're the singer in the car, and the way you're singing is the way the driver is dancing to your music. You must be knowing all the rules and regulations. You're also in charge of the team, mechanics and all that, and you're allowed certain time to be in the service park and get out of there. You cannot book into a control a minute earlier or a minute later. If you book into a control a minute earlier is 60 seconds penalty, a minute later is 10 seconds. You can drop from first to last, and by then you make your name, and your name becomes so notorious, because in rallying you make a small mistake, that word goes out very quickly. I'm glad I performed very well, and people loved me, and I loved people, and I loved the event, and still we're going on. It's good. Kenya has got the WRC back. We thank the President Uhuru Kenyatta, CS Amina Mohamed, Phineas Kimathi. They have really worked tirelessly to get this event back into this country. Kenya is the only country in the African continent hosting a WRC event. And to host an event like that, it needs such a big achievement, such a big organization. The team, Guvi Bamra, my brother Anwar Sidi, is in charge of the media safety and all that. And there are 19 stages in the Safari Rally this year. Over 2 days, the stages are repeated. The event starts on the 22nd with a shakedown. It's limited to the professional drivers. You go to Loldia in Naivasha, do the shakedown, come back to Nairobi, park your car at the KICC. On 23rd, the rally kicks off. The president flags it off. It goes to Kasarani for a spectator special stage. The cars do the stage and then head for Naivasha, sleep overnight, and the main action starts the following day.
Wow, so a total of 34 drivers have confirmed participation, and it's an endless list of iconic drivers, those who've done very well on an international scene, alongside our local drivers who are also looking forward to pull an upset. There is that assumption and stereotype that Kenyan driver cannot win this one, but we have got what it takes and we can defy all odds. I don't know, tell us about the list. What do you make of the confirmed participation in terms of the drivers seeking to take part?
The total number of entries is 34.
Yes.
And there are about 15 professional drivers.
Yes.
And these are guys who are concentrating fully on the WRC series. So they're doing each and every round across the globe. And to come to Kenya, it's another event for them. But for us, it's a big achievement. We've got drivers who have got the ability to win, but to be honest, the competition is very stiff. And you've got Karan Patel, who has won the last 4 rounds in Kenya National Rally Championship, including the Equator Rally. He's doing very well. He's there for Fiesta. And then we've got the only lady driver, Maxine Wahome. She has done so well. She wants to do even better, and she has been given a Ford Fiesta. She is one of the 4 other young drivers, Hamza, Jeremy Waume, McRae, and Maxine. They've all been given a Ford Fiesta by FIA for the young drivers in that group. So they are also looking forward to doing well and promoting the names Kenyan drivers in Kenya and do well, and so that they're seen to be competitive. Yeah.
There was an expo yesterday happening, and some people thought that that is rally coming close because Kenyans never get an opportunity to see those cars at a close range, and yesterday they got that privilege. Can we consider it as a build up to the main event?
It's good. The promoters did well to organize this function at KICC, and they allowed fans to come into next to the rally cars for free of charge, no charges and all that. And that's the first time they've done that. They brought the rally fans next to the car. People are only seeing the car at high speeds, take corners and disappear and all that. But this time they were allowed to check inside, some allowed to sit in there, feel the car, see how it is. And they really enjoy it. And I personally am very happy because there were so many who came to me, and they had heard about me, and they were interested. They are interested in becoming the future rally drivers. And I've got the ability to teach and train people on that side. If you can't be a rally driver or navigator, you can be a timekeeper, controller, safety marshals. In the safari last year, there were 500 marshals, timekeepers, controllers, all that, 35 rally drivers, all my students. I've taught them. The safety officer in the safari rally, Norris Ongalo, is my senior student. I'm proud to say that. So this, I've already formed a group. I've got a WhatsApp group where people follow me across the world, from Canada, America, everywhere. Whatever happens in motorsport, I do the updates. Yesterday I formed a list for KICC, and already I've got 40 students who are willing and begging me to start teaching. Because of COVID, I had suspended it. I have been training at Gara Sports Club, and for the last 2 years it's been it's quiet. But I have a feeling after the Safari Rally, I'm going to revive it.
Great initiative you are offering there, giving it back to the youngsters who are passionate about the sport, and probably we shall be seeing more of them joining you. But let's talk about the local drivers seeking to participate, and one of the standout names is McRae Kimathi, who has been doing very well, getting much needed international exposure during his participation in WRC junior for Sweden and Portugal as well. Is he a big name in the making?
You start from somewhere, okay? And Makre is my student. His co-driver, Keoni, is my student. I'm proud. And by finishing first in his group in the FIA rallies in Kenya, in Africa, he got the car from FIA to do 6 rounds of the WRC. And the first rally he did in Sweden, he did well. The second one, Portugal, bad luck. He hit a bank and he retired. He was forced to retire. He's again in the Safari Rally. And the young guys, Hamza Anwar, Makre, Jeremy Wahome, Maxine, and all these guys have got the ability to become the future kings and queens of rallying in Kenya.
And what's the competition? How does it look like? What's your, assessment about how it will go as far as the main event is concerned? Local drivers participating and overseas drivers also looking forward to take part and dominate the event as they have done before. What's your view and assessment about the competition in general in terms of how it will look like?
I have a feeling the professional drivers will have an upper hand. Their job is it's a professional job. They're getting paid for it. And rallying in Kenya is not a professional game. You don't get paid for it. You do it for free of charge. And if you get a sponsor, you get a sponsor, it helps you. KCB came in yesterday with 100 million shilling. They're sponsoring the Safari Rally, and then they're sponsoring 2 drivers. What's his name? Sachania and Kavisi. Sachania is the only handicapped driver in the competition. The poor lad is so determined. Some years back, they were testing the quad and they were practicing in Lukenya there. Somersaulted, the machine rolled on top of him and paralyzed him. He's paralyzed from the west downwards, but he's got a car which is specially made. Everything is hand. The electronics and all the gear, every system, you cannot, the feet don't work.
Yes.
So it's the hand which works. And him and Kavisi have been now sponsored by KCB, and it's encouraging that you get a sponsor. Otherwise, as a privateer, to own a rally car is not easy. If you look at Manveer Barayan with his Skoda, the car itself, just the car itself, is 25 million Kenya shillings. One suspension is 1.2 million. You can buy 3-4 widths. Tire and rim is 50,000 shilling. Transmission 3.5 million. Turbo 350,000. 1 liter of fuel, F-gas, it gives you 2.5 kilometers.
So it's an expensive affair.
Very expensive, because if you went to buy, before this the fuel prices went up, but a drum of 200 liters F-gas, you buy from Wilson Airport, 80,000 shilling, and 1 drum of fuel is not enough. So you need to be financially strong. To be a rally driver, your parents must be rich. Yeah. But I was lucky. I stayed as a navigator, and I navigated for over 25 years. I navigated in countries in Africa, Malaysia, and it didn't cost me anything. I was a good housewife. The drivers liked me.
Wow, and before we get into the nitty-gritties of the competition lined up in Kenya next, actually this particular month from 23rd to 26th of June, let's take a short commercial break. Then we will come back as we continue with the conversation regarding WRC Safari Rally Championship set for Kenyan soil one more time again after last year's successful tourney. Don't go away.